Good morning, Sanjay sir. Can you hear me? The camera on thile भी on এটা just image না संजय सर जी नमस्कार. Can you hear me? You're you're mute.
Now it's fine? No.
Yeah.
Now can you hear me?
Voice is bit low.
अरे उसको सक्सेना को बुलाओ इसको.
Sadrak sir, namaskar.
Namaskar. Can you hear me?
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello. Professor Mahapatra, can you hear me?
So we'll start the meeting. संजय सर, आप मेरे को सुन पा रहे हैं ना? Am I audible?
No.
Okay, I think we'll start now. So, technical team to please start with.
Good morning and namaskar to one and all present online and offline. I, Rita Singh, on behalf of the entire fraternity of Odisha State Open University, would take the privilege to welcome all the distinguished dignitaries, galaxy of intellectual, esteemed members, invited guests, our dear learners onto this historic event of Odisha State Open University, that is 9th Foundation Day of Odisha State Open University. First of all, I would like to thank all of you present here for sparing your valuable time and participating in this event to encourage us. The event will be commenced by the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony and chanting of shloka, followed by the welcome address and the introduction of guests by the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, Professor Arka Kumar Das Mahapatra, presentation of annual report by esteemed Registrar of Odisha State Open University, Dr. Chittaranjan Sahu, release of University Profile 2024, and address by the Chief Guest, Professor Sanjay Tiwari, Honorable Vice Chancellor, MP Bhuj, Open University, Madhya Pradesh, deliberation of Foundation Day lecture by the Guest of Honor, Dr. Bashir Ahmed Sadrat, Director JAMCA, Last but not the least, deliberation of vote of thanks by Sri Nalini Ranjan Sarangi, Controller of Finance, Odisha State Open University. Atithi Devo Bhava. Our guest is our God. Having said this, I would once again extend a hearty and humble welcome to all our distinguished guests on this event. Invoking the name of God before commencing an auspicious day or event has been a vital practice of our culture. Hence, I would request our technical team to please proceed the virtual lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you so much. May the goddesses of knowledge shower blessings and wisdom on all of us. Moving on, I would now quote famous author and orator John Maxwell. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. The reason I quoted this line is because the person I'm going to invite now is a man of efficiency and precision, a leader with an electric vision, a teacher carries an ocean of wisdom within. I take it as a dim privilege to invite Professor Arka Kumar Das Mahapatra, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, to preside over the meeting with a welcome address and introduce our guest. Sir, please.
Thank you, Rita. Good morning to all um, who are present online and offline in this occasion of the 9th Foundation Day celebration of Odisha State Open University. Professor Sanjay Tiwari, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Madhya Pradesh, whose Open University, and the Chief Guest of this occasion, Dr. B. Sadrak, Director, Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, and today's guest of honor, who will also be delivering the Foundation Day lecture. Esteemed members of the Board of Management, Academic Council, Planning Committee, Finance Committee of Odisha State Open University, distinguished guests and invitees, members from Government of Odisha in the Department of Higher Education, as well as from other departments, and officials of Raj Bhavan, faculty, staff, learners, alumni, officers, and all other stakeholders of Odisha State Open University, including the registrar, Dr. Sahu, and the finance officer, Mr. Sarangi, and representative from media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to extend a hearty welcome to you all to the 9th Foundation Day celebration of Odisha State Open University. It is equally an honor to have you amidst us today. The Odisha State Open University came into being with effect from 10th June 2015. The foundation stone of the university was laid by the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha. Since then, the university has been trying to carry forward its mission of reaching out to the unreached in the form of providing higher education to those who cannot afford to pursue higher studies in a conventional institution for various reasons. In the process, we are also contributing in a significant manner to enhance the gross enrollment ratio in higher education. The university started with a modest enrollment of 223 learners with a few certificates and diploma programs in the year 2015, against which the enrollment is over 40,000 in 2022-23, where the university floated 14 PG, 11 undergraduate, and a few advanced diploma and certificate programs. Although there was no admission in the year 2023-24 due to certain regulatory issues. We have, however, continued to work hard to meet the regulatory framework, and despite resource constraints on several fronts, we have successfully submitted our SSR for NAC accreditation, and I'm happy to share that the NAC peer team visit is going to take place from 18th to 28th of this month, which is about a week down the line. In addition to this, we have a major development at our university level is that we have moved to our permanent campus, as we have been operating from temporary campus with scattered location. And we have yet another achievement that we are now self-sufficient in terms of our self-learning materials, the SLMs. We, as the university, have our presence in 30 districts, all the districts for that purpose in Odisha, through 5 regional centers and 101 study centers, including 6 special study centers in circle jails. We charge a modest fee to make our program affordable to all. For the jail inmates, it is entirely free as long as they are inside the jail. We adopt multi-pronged strategy to make our academic programs qualitatively rich and contemporary. We have 25 active MOUs for academic collaboration with premier institutions. We have entered into a tripartite agreement with the Odisha State Disaster Management Authority and the Higher Education Department, Government of Odisha, to launch an online course on disaster and pandemic management for the Government of Odisha officials of the 4 categories of employees, namely category A, B, C, and D. In the process, we are very soon to start the online program for the government officials, and given the rough estimate that we have about 4.5 lakh of government employees who will be receiving training and exposing themselves to the fundamentals of the pandemic management through online course that will be launching very soon. We organize webinars and workshop at regular intervals to keep pace with the changing environment and the latest developments. We have never compromised on the quality. At least 6 of our learners have cleared UGC NET recently. Some of them have already cleared SSB and have joined the teaching profession also. Our efforts are to launch about 20 competency-based programs. We are still in the process, and our prime motto has always been to provide access and dignity in higher education and to promote inclusive and wholesome education, notwithstanding the accessibility and geographical barriers. We encourage learn and earn as an integral part of our approach to help the learners to earn while they continue to learn. We operate within the framework of ODL regulations as issued by UGC from time to time. We have already become a member of the NAD and ABC. We see a colossal growth in the open and distance learning education, and as a university, we wish to take this as an opportunity to move forward by consolidating our current activities in one hand and introducing more value-added skill development and employment-oriented programs on the other. We heavily depend on the support and cooperation of the colleges and universities where we have our study centers. Some of these study centers are doing wonderful, and I record my appreciation for the same. I expect a little more vibrance from the study from the learner support centers, from where the support and cooperation is relatively weak. With these words, before I again formally invite the chief guest and the guest of honor and introduce them to the audience, I would just put on record that uh, this foundation day is the last for me in this university, because maybe in next 10 to 15 days I will be leaving the university. And in this process, I wish to record my sincere thanks to every one of you who have actually supported me, cooperated me, and have always been with me in every uh, uh, effort that I have put in to pull this university uh, to a reasonably greater height. Of course, miles to go. Now, having said this, let me have the privilege to introduce the two charismatic persons that we have today, who have consented to be the chief guest and the guest of honor, and particularly to uh, deliver the foundation lecture. And I'm personally thankful to you, Professor Sanjay Tiwari ji, for accepting my invitation, and also Dr. Sadrak ji, who has also accepted my invitation. And I know you are so busy in your own sphere, but despite that, you have got time for us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me have the privilege to formally introduce our chief guest today. He is none other than Professor Sanjay Tiwari, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Madhya Pradesh Bhuj Open University, Bhopal. And he holds, uh, he's on Leon from Pandit Ravi Shankar uh, Shukla University in Raipur. And Professor Theory, I've seen him, is extremely vibrant, very soft, polite, a decent gentleman. In various meetings, I've seen him. And what he is that he is a US Fulbright senior research fellow. Then he also is a fellow of Indian Social Science Academy. He was former visiting professor to university in California, senior associate uh, senior associate to uh, the Abdos Salman International Center for Theoretical Physics in Italy, academic fellow to Cavendish Laboratory, University of Cambridge, UK, distinguished visiting scientist at IBM Almaden Research Lab, again California, recipient of UK India Education and Research Initiative Award and the SARC Fellowship. He is an elected fellow of the Institution of Engineers and Chartered Engineer, uh, Solar Chartered Engineer by Solar Energy Society of India, recipient of National UGC Research Award twice from the University Grants Commission, Best Young Scientist Award from Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, Bhopal, Level 5 Certificate in Leadership and Management by Chartered Management Institute, UK, Chairman Board of Studies in Electronics and Renewable Energy Technology and Management, former member of AICT, and he has got, the list is long. Let me restrain going further. And he has got over 33 years of teaching, research, and uh, uh, consultancy experience. He has successfully supervised 23 PhDs and 89 MTech. 5 research collaborations he has to his uh, credit, and he is a senior member of the Institution of Electrical and Electronics Engineer, New Jersey. Now, with this, uh, I'm not reading out the whole thing, Professor Tiwari. With these words, I welcome you to this event. And once again, I record my sincere thanks and appreciation and gratitude to you for accepting our invitation. And I'm sure the audience will be enlightened by virtue of your presence, and the university is duly honored by having you as the chief guest here.
Thank you.
And moving forward, uh, I I'm having bit of constraint in introducing Dr. B. Sadrakji because the profile did not somehow get open, and I had to get a camera shot of this, not able to see the whole thing properly. But he has got uh, so much to his credit that I'm afraid where to start and where to end. But let me uh, begin with this, that uh, Professor B. Sadrakji uh, is I mean, a great human being in the sense that is extremely polite, well traveled, always with the cause of open and distance learning education, ODL. He is a backbone to all the 17 state open universities, and he is trying to pull all of them together. And he is instrumental everywhere to support us in all possible ways. So this is what I have seen him now. Uh, uh, प्रोफेसर सिद्धराज जी, मैं आपका जो प्रोफाइल है, मैं एक्चुअली पढ़ नहीं पा रहा हूँ, बहुत लंबा है, और इसका कैमरा शॉट है तो ये विजिबल भी बिल्कुल नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी जितना मेरे को हो रहा है मैं अभी बोलूँगा. सो प्रोफेसर Sadrak is currently serving in the Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, what we normally call as SEMCA, as the director. And SEMCA is the regional center of Commonwealth of Learning, Coal, Canada, and is an intergovernmental organization in the status of United Nations agencies, recognized by the Indian government, that host the center in New Delhi. I mean, SEMCA has got its office in New Delhi. In this position, Dr. Sadrak has been overseeing the programs that enhances quality learning and access to education and skill development in Asia. He also serves as the global steering committee of the Global Partnership of Artificial Intelligence. He is also an international alumni ambassador for his alma mater in Loughborough University, UK, if I can correctly pronounce it. Uh, he has a long career. He has been into this education and media studies from 1986. He has managed the ICT 4D and lifelong learning program in over 40 nations across the globe. He holds the senior management positions at the British Council of India, uh, Transparency International, German One World International, UK, and the Telecenter Organization Foundation in the Philippines. He was the Ottawa appointed Senior Program Officer of International Development Research Center, Canada, managing ICT 4D research grants in Asia. He also served as an in-country consultant to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and as the Asia coordinator of Sri Tim Berners-Lee's World Wide Web Foundation for its Alliance for Affordable Internet program, having launched India's first ever news indexing system called Express in 1991 while serving the Indian Express newspaper group, and thereafter while serving the British Council. Dr. Sadrak, after launching the first ever tele-development portal in India in 1909, he organized the first ever ICT 4D conference of South Asia, in Tashkent as a prelude to the global knowledge uh, conference in Kuala Lumpur. Thereafter, in 2003, he launched the Transparency International's Internet chapter zone as the knowledge management platform of its national chapters in 92 countries, and in the same year launched the first ever global anti-corruption portal called CORIS at the International Anti-Corruption Conference in Seoul. And the list is long. Please permit, Dr. Sadrek, please permit me so that we have some time for you, because the audience will be listening to you. And so again, I welcome you on my personal front and on behalf of the entire stakeholders of Odisha State Open University. Now, with these words, once again, I welcome all of you, our chief guest, the guest of honor, all the audience who have joined online, and maybe a few in offline mode. Thank you very much. And now we hand it over to the technical team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. We are really fortunate to have your guidance and support all through. I would now take the opportunity to request Dr. Chitranjan Sahu, our esteemed registrar, to present the annual report of Odisha State Open University. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ms. Rita. Namaskar. Esteemed President of the Foundation Day meeting, Professor Dr. Arka Kumar Das Mahapatra, Vice Chancellor. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Sanjay Tiwari, Vice Chancellor, MP Bhoj, Open University, Madhya Pradesh. Esteemed Guest of Honor, Dr. B. Sadrak, Director, SEMCA. Respected members of Board of Management, Academic Council, Planning Board, and Finance Committee of Odisha State Open University. Esteemed Comptroller of Finance, coordinators of learner support centers, academic counselors, alumni, faculties, and staff of Odisha State Open University, my dear learners, representatives of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. I feel privileged to present before you the annual report of Odisha State Open University for the academic session 2023-24. The Odisha State Open University was established on 10th June 2015 through an act of Odisha Legislative Assembly with the purpose of providing inclusive and quality education at affordable price to the needy, poor, and deprived section of students of all age groups through ODL mode across the state of Odisha. It has been striving hard to cater to the need and expectation of the learners and to achieve excellence in different fields. The university has already established 101 learner support centers in different universities and government-aided colleges all over the state. I am happy to inform you that the university has established 6 special learner support centers for the jail inmates inside 6 jail premises, namely the circle jails of Jharpada, Bhubaneswar, Chaudhar, Berhampur, Sambalpur, Balasore, and Balangir. Now we have 2,581 part-time academic counselors drawn from faculties of universities and colleges of Odisha. The university operates through its 5 regional centers located at Sambalpur, Bhubaneswar, Berhampur, Jaipur, and Balasore. At present, 23,229 students are on the roll, and till date, 24,825 students have successfully graduated from this university. The university is running 14 PG degree programs and 11 bachelor degree programs, apart from numerous diploma and certificate programs with due approval of the UGC. We are aware that for an HEI functioning in ODL mode, NAC accreditation is mandatory after completion of 6 years. Hence, we have successfully submitted our SSR, and as our esteemed Vice Chancellor Sir has already informed, the peer team of NAC is coming to visit the university from 18th to 20th of this month. We hope that after having obtained the accreditation, we shall be able to admit the students in different programs during this session. The academic session 2023-24 has been eventful for the university. The Odisha State Open University conducted 981 face-to-face counseling sessions at the learner support centers to help the learners remain updated in their studies. We successfully conducted the term examination in June 2023, and 6,962 students graduated from this university in 2023. The university signed a tripartite MOU with Odisha State Disaster Management Authority, OSTMA, and Higher Education Department, Government of Odisha. The objective of the MOU is to develop the capacity building of different categories of government officials through the implementation of appropriate level course for disaster and pandemic management. The contents of the course is ready. The design and development part of online platform is under process. We will be able to launch the program very soon. The university also organized 4 online webinars in which resource persons from reputed national institutions deliberated on important issues for the benefit of the learners. The university orchestrated a magnificent celebration of Odia Language World Conclave 2024, generously sponsored by the Government of Odisha. This grand event, led by the Odia Language and Culture Department of Higher Education, was conducted from 29th to 31st January 2024. Various events were organized during this conclave. I am glad to inform you that the university is now functioning at its permanent campus located at Badasinghari, Gosala Chowk, near IIM Sambalpur from 15th May 2024. The entire construction work has been executed with funds received from the Government of Odisha through Odisha Higher Education Program for Equity and Excellence project. The Odisha State Open University is still in its childhood. We are trying to live up to the expectations of all our stakeholders and to realize the vision of this university. Our aim is to provide high quality education to all and make education freely accessible to each and every deserving person across the state. The journey has just begun. We have many miles to go, and with all your support and goodwill, we hope that we will be able to shoulder the mountainous responsibility that is bestowed on us. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with the achievement of Odisha State Open University. Now comes the awaited moment of today's event, when we will introduce the profile of the university. A profile is the mirror image of the university and illustrates the various academic activity and achievements in the last academic year. May I now request Professor Sanjay Tiwari, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, MP Bhoj Open University, Madhya Pradesh, to please release the University Profile 2024 and address the gathering. Sir, please.
Is it electrical? We have that electrically. Okay.
What is the process for?
Sanjay sir,
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. हाँ, Professor Mahapatra.
Professor Tiwari, Sanjay sir.
Can you hear me? I am here. Am I audible?
Yeah, in fact, we were supposed to get it released. This university profile. I think I'm not getting Sanjay ji. So the chief guest, संजय साहब आप सुन पा रहे हैं क्या?
Yes. But I am audible or not? Dr. Shadrack?
You are audible, yes.
Audible.
We can
Okay.
hear you. We can't see you.
Okay, so at least I'm not getting him.
I am not visible.
Yeah, your video is not.
संजय साहब अपना कैमरा थोड़ा ऑन कर लीजिए.
The camera is on, sir. Camera is on. I
Yeah.
can see myself.
Officially,
Now we can see you.
you know, this is our university profile. So please release this, or at least say that it is released.
Oh, it is released. It's my honor
Thank you.
to release
Thank
it.
you very much.
Congratulations for release of this profile of your university.
What is next?
It's a privilege to request Dr. Bashir Ahmad Sadrat sir, Director SEMCA, to please deliver the Foundation Day lecture. Sir, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Am I audible now? Can you also see my screen?
Sir, your voice.
Am I audible now? Can you hear me?
सदरक सर आपका माइक्रोफोन थोड़ा देख लीजिए. We are not able to hear you.
Earlier he was audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can our colleagues please stop hearing?
We all can hear you perfectly fine, sir.
You can hear. Okay, thank you. So can I?
Audible.
People can mute their microphones. It will be better.
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, so I think now it's fine, isn't it? Is it now fine?
Yeah.
And Dr. Sahu, can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Make it in screen, sir.
I think more than one device is open. That's why it is echoing.
Okay, so I think now the echo is gone. So can I?
Now fine, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Mahapatra, for inviting me to deliver this lecture, the 9th Foundation Day lecture. And my salutation to Dr. Sanjay Tiwari, the Vice Chancellor of MP Boj University, Dr. Chitranjan Sahu, the Registrar, and all the dignitaries who joined us today. I find it a privilege to actually deliver this 9th Foundation Day lecture. And it's indeed an honor to understand that in the year 2015, on this very day, the foundation was laid for the university. through the signing of the ordinance to make the Odisha State Open University as one of the state universities under the legislation. So my congratulations to you for the 9 glorious years of your efforts. So if you look at the university and its preamble, the vision, mission, it's very interesting that, even 9 years ago, they seem to have grasped what was coming in 2020 in the form of the national education policy. Odisha State Open University was launched as an innovative education system at the tertiary level, at the university level education, to be flexible, open, with regards to the method of learning, the pace of learning, the combination of courses, eligibility for enrollment, the age of entry, conduct of examinations, and operations of the program. So if you look at in totality, they had the vision in 2015 itself that the reforms in education were to happen, and they had already subsumed all the tenets of the national education policy that we are starting to implement from 2020 onwards. The mission of the university is also to promote knowledge in the new fields of knowledge and encourage excellence in the new fields of knowledge, which is also heartening to see that they are not complacent, although the ordinance goes into details of what kind of schools that they should have, but their vision and mission actually enlarges the scope to actually looking at the new fields of knowledge that they would like to introduce. Of course, the rest of the things are very interesting, which are common to many of the open universities, that they would recognize institutes, schools, regional centers, study centers in all the nook and corners of Odisha. They will play a positive role in the state's promotion, particularly with regard to employability. And they would also introduce online, add-on courses, what they call, and use technology for promotion of knowledge for ensuring access, equity, excellence, and inclusive education. So if you look at the way that the university seemed to have been formed 9 years ago, the vision was very, very brilliant. As my screen changed to the next one, I just want to confirm. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, we are able to see the next screen.
Okay, thank you. So in a nutshell, what they actually seem to have tried doing is the fact that they wanted to look into the areas of open, excellence, and employment. These were the 3 pillars of open university in Odisha. So we can look at open in terms of innovation, the pedagogy and technological aspects. Right from the beginning, they wanted to introduce flexible, multiple entry and exit system, multidisciplinary education, equity in education. When it comes to excellence, they wanted to look at new areas of learning through research and development and a variety of partnerships, which also the registrar just now mentioned as to how many partnerships that they've developed. And earlier, the Vice Chancellor also mentioned about the MOUs signed with various institutions. And particularly attuned to innovation through their education and employment, particularly in skill enhancement, addressing skill gaps, and market-driven state priorities that they looked at. And with regard to pedagogy, they've been looking at blended learner-centeredness, blended learning, facilitative rather than teaching, and engaging learners to make it long. And this is very brilliant. Right from day one, their pedagogical focus has been blended and engaging and lifelong, but also through problem-based, action-based learning and also embedding 21st century skills. And interestingly, of the various MOUs that they have signed of late, they are also looking at on-the-job training, apprenticeship, practice-oriented job-ready skills so that they can place the students in the employment market. And they have brilliantly used technology using multiple media formats, ubiquitous access through every access devices, thus empowering learners to also acquiring what they call the digital learning skills. And they are going forward towards visual and immersive learning experiences, but also through various data analytics are able to now look into measuring the success of students, but also introducing, hopefully in the future, various assistive technologies at each of the study centers and regional centers. So if you look at the portfolio, they are not only issuing degrees, but their innovation has moved beyond issuing degrees to designing micro-credentials and as par with the national education policy, enabling students to design their own degrees and looking at academic and vocational crossovers. It's also interesting that they are looking at accommodating both online, face-to-face, ODL, workshop-based learning with a very special focus on socially, economically disadvantaged groups. That's the beauty of many of the open education systems. And the 17 state open universities accommodate through face-to-face in their study centers, online through their various learning objects that are made available to people, and the typical ODL system that comes into use. And in the future, there are more scope for them to look into learner analytics to personalize learning experiences and also helping them to carve out the academic and career pathways. So having said that, Odisha is actually in the crossroads. Odisha as a state has both, interestingly, the two phases of Odisha, as one could imagine, is the traditional phase of Odisha, which looks into handicrafts, fine arts, performing arts, and religion in the social fabric of Odisha. But also you see the modern Odisha, which is looking into the maximizing on their natural resources, particularly mining, looking into the service sectors, looking into the gray collar economy through the knowledge workers, and the blue collar economy through shop floors and so on. So now there is a golden opportunity for the Odisha State Open University to not only look at the classical Odisha, but also the modern Odisha. So what does Odisha look like? I think Odisha looks like a very interesting landscape. You have 30 districts, you have 51,000 villages. The climate is very hot and moist. You have everything that one could desire for, forests, lakes, rivers, rich flora and fauna. The 155,000 square kilometer is covered with a third of which is covered by forests, and you are home for handicrafts, culture, and art. So this is a phenomenal background. Many cities do not have this kind of classical and modern mix of characters. And you also over a period achieved beyond the national figures in terms of national literacy rate. Of course, you have to catch up with the female literacy rate, the literacy rate among the SC and ST population. If you look at the many indices, Odisha is really on par with many of the indices, be it UNDP's development indicators or human development indicators or education indicators. You are actually on par with the national level, and you have a very good annual growth rate. And interestingly, you have a range of opportunities to seize, and this is where I see your strengths in the prism of the primary sectors, the secondary sectors, and the tertiary sectors that you could cater to, and also the migrant population. The migrant population which goes to places like Surat, Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Jamshedpur, and Bhilai. These are the cities where Odia population moves as migrant workers, largely to the state of Gujarat, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh. In fact, I was at the AAU conference where Dr. Tiwari was also present, and we stayed in a hotel called Leonia, and almost all the 100% workers in the hotel Leonia are from Odisha. So you have a very good range of people from the very low-end skills, the blue-collar skills like rickshaw pullers, to the high-end skills like diamond cutters and blue-collar workers, to gray-collar workers, to white-collar workers. Everyone is there in Odisha, and that's what I see as a kind of primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector to feed into. In the primary sector, you have food processing, floriculture, horticulture. In the secondary sector, you have the natural resources that you want to maximize, but also the construction industry, electronics and hardware industry. And in the tertiary sector, you have healthcare, IT and ITES, media, entertainment, tourism, a range of opportunities that you are staring at. In fact, 65% of your state workforce is in agriculture. Unfortunately, agriculture is a declining sector. There is, again, you can take this as an opportunity, this challenge as an opportunity, because although 65% of the people are engaged in agriculture sector, the 65% of the workforce contributes only to 18% towards the state GDP, GSDP, what they call, whereas the service sector, you contribute almost 54% of your state GSDP comes from the service sector. With regard to the industry, as I stated, you are very rich in handlooms and handicrafts, construction, particularly roads, rural road construction, and also road construction in forest areas. You have at least 3 ports. You have a mix of electronic, IT, agro, and marine-based industries coming up. Traditionally, you cater to rural tourism, crafts industry, and including gem cutting, as I mentioned. And if you look at the clusters, handicrafts has 250 clusters. Handloom has 50,000 looms, particularly in one district called Bargar. And the salt industry is also very prominent in Ganjam, Puri, Balasore. Coir industries, over 1,000 industrial units, which employs large number of women. If you look at the way that the state has been contributing to the economy, actually at a very fast pace, you are staring at the medium and small enterprises. You are looking at the traditional sector. You are looking at the high-end sector. And you are also looking at the large-scale industries, particularly in Sambalpur, where the university is present, and also Jajpur and Sundargarh, where you have a variety of large industrial, manufacturing units. So these are all assets for us, which can actually enable you to realize your own goal. So what we are trying to do, Odisha State Open University actually is responding to the aspirations of the Odia population. Not only the Odia population at large, particularly the 21st century young people, the youth that are really thriving, wanting to be a part of the knowledge economy, the white-collar economy, and the gray-collar economy, and also to a large extent the traditional workers who want to actually enhance their income opportunities even in the blue-collar economy. So the State Open University has a response to respond to the aspiration of the generic population, but particularly the 21st century youth. Now, the Odisha State Open University also needs to respond to the national education policy. And interestingly, in 2015 itself, you seem to have had a vision for the national education. That's why you have in your vision, mission, you have all the components of national education policy already embedded in your system. Now, when it comes to the response to the market, you are also responding to the manpower requirements of, on one hand, the nation, because you feed a large number of people. Actually, a third of the migrant population that works in, as I mentioned, Gujarat, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, AP, are actually from Odisha. So you are looking at the learners' priorities, which has gone beyond just receiving certificates to advancing in careers, to actually get into the marketplace, employment, and also earn a livelihood. When it comes to the national education policy, you are expected to actually enhance the GER, the gross enrollment ratio, in your state, but also by becoming online education provider. Eventually, you want to also enhance the education goals at the national level, where 50% of the GER were to be achieved by 2035. So you are expected to economize your education on and above the already affordable education that you are offering through the economy of scale. And you are expected to bring skill intersection in your academic offerings. Thus, you are expected to implement the NEP. You are also expected to respond to the market priorities by addressing the skills gap and skilling and reskilling and upskilling by entering into the academia partnership that the industry wants to enter into. So you are the only university that operates at the state level, which goes through the nook and corners of the state through your study centers. 100 of those can enter into the academic partnership. And you are the only academic institution that can save the cost of the industry through your authentic assessment programs. So all these are at your disposal, which are basically on your side, providing you the opportunity that you need. So what you would like to do on the 9th Foundation Day? Perhaps you want to promise recommitment. What do you want to recommit? You want to recommit to these two pillars of the open education. On one hand, open, on the other hand, innovation. What you want to really recommit? You want to recommit to realizing all the policies that you have. If you go to your website, you have a variety of policies that you have enshrined over the period of last 9 years. Particularly in the last 3 years, you seem to come up with a variety of innovative policies, be it the open education policy, the technology-enabled learning policy, the quality enhancement policy, and so on. You want to create an open learning culture, particularly within your university. With regard to your faculty members, non-faculty members, your regional centers, your study centers, you want an open learning culture so that when you imbibe an open learning culture, you can actually enhance the open learning culture amongst the 100,000 students you aspire to actually reach out to in the coming years. So you have to create an open learning culture whereby you need to really learn on a single day basis. Every single day is a learning journey for each one of you. So you do not stop learning. You don't really learn only when you have to create courses. Learn every day, imbibe the open learning culture, and invest in open technologies. Now, quite often, unfortunately, open universities actually are plagued by the funding situation where they cannot invest in open technology. This is where I think the Vision 2030 document that you had created a few years ago, the Odisha State Open University Vision 2030 document, which also talks about tapping the alumni to entering into partnership with private industries and so on, which can bring in a lot of open technologies into your mix. And finally, with regard to openness, you need to demonstrate that open is useful. These days, there is a kind of an aspiration at the national level, particularly the policymakers seem to think that online learning is better than open learning. But I would really contest by saying that online learning actually is a part of open learning. And universities like Odisha State Open Universities, which have really demonstrated stunning results in the last many years, can really demonstrate that open is a useful concept. With regard to innovation, I think you need to, as I mentioned, challenge complacency and the status quo conditions, and also challenge your own, the courses that you're offering, to now looking at micro-credentials, nano-credentials, industry-led programs, launching programs in partnership with industries and so on. So you need to prove all the proven methods. In the ODL system, the proven method is you write SLMs for the invisible learner, use various methods to disseminate knowledge, particularly using technology and mass media methods. Use your regional and study centers to actually interact with the learners by providing contact programs. This is a proven method of ODL, but you need to challenge this. You need to come up with new models of engaging with learners, particularly in partnership with other systems, both private systems and industry systems that you are studying. Embrace AI, but responsibly. Now, don't shy away from artificial intelligence. Don't think that artificial intelligence will take away your jobs. It will only augment the way that you are offering your studies and your learning experiences to your people. So if you were to actually enter into the skills domain, you need to provide immersive learning experiences. You need to provide learning buddies to your students. So you need to leapfrog from your proven methods of education to the moved territories where you need to actually tread your path. So finally, I would like to also mention, do not compete with traditional and conventional universities. Command. Do not compete, but command your position, because you are the one and the only university in your state of Odisha which has right from the beginning has embraced national education policy, embraced innovation, embraced flexible and open learning, embraced technology-enabled learning. Now you have an opportunity to embrace industry. You have an opportunity to embrace skill ecosystem. You have an opportunity to introduce job-ready programs. You have an opportunity to embrace artificial intelligence and the newer technologies like augmented realities and others. But take this as a challenge. Each time you have a financial crisis, take that as a challenge. Go towards generating newer resources, newer partnerships, whereby you can offset your cost by bringing in partnerships that could provide value and thus command respect. Now, when it comes to Wikipedia, if you go to Odisha higher education scenario, unfortunately, OESOU does not find a place. You need to enter there. You need to provide all the innovation that you come up with. Wikipedia is an open source tool. You can enter your own details, edit that Wikipedia. Bring OSOU at the forefront. Demonstrate what innovations that you have brought out. It's not enough that you have all these details in the annual report that circulates amongst very few individuals. Go public. Go to the mass media, demonstrate and speak up and make yourself visible, market yourselves, because the time has come to command respect, and the commanding of your respect can happen only through the way that you speak up and your action speaks louder than words. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a matter of sheer pride and privilege to have you amidst us on this auspicious day, and your kind presence certainly enhances the beauty of this event by thousandfold, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Moving ahead, and because of some connectivity issues, we were not able to hear from our chief guest, Professor Sanjay Tiwari, sir. Now I would request you, sir, to please address our gathering.
So now I am audible, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was a issue with the browser. The browser was not supporting the USB video. So, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Odisha State Open University, Professor A.K. Das Mahapatra, sir, respected Dr. Cedric, Director of SAMCA, who has just delivered a very enlightening lecture. And I can say that he is the person who understands the challenges and opportunities in open and distance learning. Her Registrar Dr. Chitanjan Sahu, the esteemed faculty and other staff of OSU, academic counselors, and the devoted learners of this Open State University of Odisha. So it is with great reverence and joy that I begin today with the sacred invocation of Lord Jagannath, a symbol of universal love and brotherhood that resonates deeply with the spirit of beautiful state of Odisha. I am reminded of the profound cultural heritage that this land embodies and the value of unity, compassion, and learning that Lord Jagannath represents. It is an absolute honor and immense pleasure for me to join on this auspicious occasion of 9th Foundation Day of Odisha State Open University and celebrating the remarkable journey of this esteemed institution. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Mahapatra for inviting me to be part of this momentous occasion. So today, as we gather to commemorate another year of academic excellence and innovation of this Open University, it is important to reflect on the vision that led to the creation of this university. And as Professor Mahapatra, the registrar, Dr. Sahu and Dr. Shadrak already covered, this Open University was established with a mission to extend the reach of education to every corner of the state, transcending geographical, social, and economic barriers. Today, we not only celebrate the foundation of this university, but also the steadfast commitment to the inclusivity and accessibility in higher education. So Dr. Shadrak has already covered what I was planning to share with you, but let's continue. In the years since its inception, this university has exemplified the transformative power of the open and distance learning and has broken the traditional barriers, embraced technology, and fostered an inclusive learning environment that reaches out to the marginalized, the remote, and the working professionals who aspire to further their education. Embrace, engage, enlighten, empower is the motive of this Open University and other Open Universities also. Through its dynamic curriculum, as Dr. Shadrak covered, with the flexible learning options, it has opened the doors for the thousands of students, empowering them with the knowledge and skills needed to thrive in the today's competitive world. And so that's why it has become a beacon of hope for many, fostering lifelong learning and personal growth. The message of this university is age doesn't matter. If you have a great aim in life, you can achieve. The Odisha state, as I was in Raipur, as Professor Mahapatra has said earlier. So I got the opportunity to visit Sambalpur almost every quarter or almost by month. I was visiting Sambalpur. So this state is rich in cultural heritage, natural beauty, and historic significance, and Jagannath temple. Dr. Shadrak has shown a beautiful pictures of this state through his PowerPoint presentations, as usual. And the Puri is known for the Konark Sun Temple, the birthplace of the classical dance form Odissi, and Sambalpuri saris are always the first choice of the women of Chhattisgarh, handicrafts and art, the unique geography and biodiversity, and the colorful festivals. So today, as we celebrate the accomplishment of the past, let us look toward the future with optimism and determination. So today, as we know, the world is evolving at an unprecedented pace, driven by technological advancements and global connectivity. And in this ever-changing landscape, it is imperative for the education institutions to adapt and innovate. So today, as we all are standing at the crossroads of the digital age after the launch of Digital India, the role of an open university has never been more crucial as today. The challenges of the present time calls for the innovation, adaptability, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, values that this university has always championed under the able leadership of Professor Mahapatra. As we know, the Sustainable Development Goals, as SAMCO always covered these goals, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. So the ODL plays a very crucial role in achieving this goal by offering a flexible, inclusive, and accessible learning opportunities. And the perception of ODL is rapidly changing nowadays. Employers are now beginning to recognize the values of the skills and knowledge gained through the ODL system. And I congratulate Dr. Shadrach under his stewardship. SAMCA has taken a great initiative by connecting all the open universities with the National Council for Vocational Education and Training for vocational technical skills through ODL. And Dr. Shadrach believes that the ODL is particularly effective in disseminating the vocational and technical education, which is crucial for empowering people to find employment, decent jobs, and entrepreneurship opportunities. Therefore, the ODL system contributes to various targets of SDG 4, whether it's the question of universal access to education or equity in education, quality of education, or lifelong learning. The flexibility in the ODL system supports the SDG target for promoting lifelong learning opportunities, allowing the individuals to upskill, reskill, as the needed to adapt to changing job markets and personal interest. So today the open ODL and the new education policy 2020, they share a complementary relationship. The NEP 2020 aims to overhaul and re-energize the education system, making it more aligned with the needs of the 21st century and making education more accessible, flexible, and inclusive, thus ensuring that no one is left behind in the pursuit of educational opportunities. This alignment can also help in improving the quality of education and in making India a global knowledge superpower by broadening the reach of education to include undeserved and economically disadvantaged population, and finally attaining the target of 50% GER by the year 2035. At present, this ODL contributes around 11% of current GR of 28%. So let us use this occasion to renew the commitment to the core values of the university: excellence, accessibility, and empowerment. And as we forge ahead, it is these values that will guide us in adapting to the evolving education needs and in making a significant impact on the societal development. Today, as we know, ChatGPT has come. Dr. Shred has covered some aspects of artificial intelligence, and every new technology has brought about a transformational change in the education sector, just as it has been done by the industrial front. So with the advent of computers, internet, ICT, NME-ICT, anywhere, anytime, and on-demand education has become the order of the day. And with the advent of ChatGPT, Dell AI, Stable Diffusion, DEFT, IT. So many companies are now in this field, and now we are entering the education era, education 5 era. So technologies which have so far been seen as helpful tools for the dissemination and accumulation of knowledge, now they have started to encroach into our created spaces, a space considered so far to be in the exclusive human domain. So it is therefore important for us and for our learners also to embrace these technologies and use them as aids to supercharge our creativity and productivity. So I am delighted to see the advancement as shown by Dr. Mahapatra, even Dr. Chitanjan Sahu in the annual report. The advancement this university has made in developing cutting-edge courses and applying modern tools to enhance the student engagement in learning outcomes. These efforts are commendable and must be continued with even greater efforts. The future of ODL looks promising, driven by continuous advancement in technology and a growing recognition of its value in providing accessible education to diverse population. AI, virtual reality, augmented reality are set to play significant roles in making learning more interactive and immersive. AI can provide personalized learning experience, which is required for ODL system and online system, and adaptive learning paths where VR and AR can simulate real-world environment for the practical training. So with the expansion of internet access and the proliferation of the mobile devices, now more and more people can participate in the ODL and OL system. And this will help in bridging the education gap, especially in remote and underserved areas where and making education truly global and inclusive. Today, future is all about becoming a specialist in a certain area. That students should understand this, because this is a millennium generation. They should understand that while the jobs that require low order skill or general skill, they will be first lost to the AI and ML technologies. But that requires specialist skill will have a long-term future. Embrace self-learning to remain updated on the emerging technologies and the industry trends. Diversification of skill set is very, very important. Cultivate both technical and soft skills to adapt to dynamic work environment. To this end, actively network and professional in your field of interest, participate and engage in continuous professional development to enhance career prospects and broaden your horizons. So the areas where basically I feel ODL system is lagging is in the research and innovation, and it's very difficult for the ODL system also. But we know that no country can attain sustainable development without research and innovation. So today our country is making a remarkable strides in several areas. For example, if we go to the National Science Foundation data of US, they have mentioned that India ranks third in the world when it comes to research publication, 6th for patent filings, 9th for quality of research, and citations, and 40th in the Global Innovation Index. So in research areas such as Internet of Things and sensors, where ODL persons can work in a better way, Indian academia rank in the global top 5. But we are still waiting to have our student to come up with the ideas like the ChatGPT or Tesla in the automotive sector. So success of this Open University, especially the Odisha State Open University, is a testament to the dedication of its faculty and the staff, whose expertise and commitment have nurtured an environment of intellectual rigor and scholarly pursuit. I commend your efforts in shaping a future where education is a universal bridge to opportunity. As we look forward, it is imperative that we continue to innovate and adapt in response to the evolving educational landscape, and the challenges of the modern world requires us to resilient and forward-thinking qualities that this university has demonstrated time and again. So let us pledge to uphold the values of the university, striving always to expand our horizons and enrich the lives of those we serve. Looking ahead, the role of this OSU Sambalpur is increasingly significant as we face the challenges of a rapidly changing world. The future demands continuous learning and adaptable education system, and I am confident that this OSOU, this Open University, will continue to lead by example. So I urge every learner of this university to make the most of the opportunities provided by your alma mater, engage deeply, learn fervently, and use your technology to transform your lives and your communities. We must agree that whatever we are today is because of the country and the society. We were born here, we live here, hence we should pay back to the society. And the gratitude is the essence of being human. So happiness, as we know, only comes when there is something meaningful and purpose to life, especially by helping others who are less fortunate, and by giving something back to the society. And this is also the purpose of the NAP 2020. So it has been a pleasure, Professor Mahapatra, as you are now leaving this university. So as you prepare to transition from your role as Vice Chancellor of this university, I wanted to extend my heartfelt appreciation for your outstanding leadership and the significant contribution you have made to the academic community. Your visionary approach and dedication have left a lasting impact on the Open Universities, because you are always active in discussion in all the forum of the Open Universities. And so definitely we will miss your presence, but we will remain in touch. So finally, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to everyone associated with the Odisha State Open University on this significant day. And may this university continue to inspire, educate, and empower generations to come and achieve greater heights in the years to come. Thank you for this honor and happy Foundation Day to you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. But we will definitely miss you, but we will in touch. We will always in touch, and we will always ask for your suggestions, because you have always given a good suggestion for the open distance learning.
Thank you, sir. I'll stay connected at the personal level, and whatever I can contribute, I'll definitely do. Thank you very much. And it was a wonderful experience for all of us to have you and Dr. Sadrak. I know everyone is visible in the Open University Forum, and Dr. Sadrak is the backbone for all of us. He is a catalyst.
Yeah. He understands all the challenges or the problems, pros and cons of an open distance learning.
True.
I must congratulate Dr. Mohapatra, Professor Mohapatra, for
Thank you.
the stunning work that you have done. You know what you seem to have achieved in the last 3 years is much more than what was cumulatively carried out in the first 6 years of OSOU. So you've done a remarkable job, and I think you are leaving a very solid ground for your successor take on and move on to the next stage. And you should be really, really proud of what you have done, Professor Mohapatra. I think we all recognize that, and the results are speaking volumes of the hard work that you put in. And you have a great team in Dr. Sahu and others who supported you so much. So let me congratulate the entire fraternity of OSOU and the registrar and yourself, Professor Mohapatra, for the remarkable achievement that you've achieved.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I think it's a time.
Thank you so much, sir. We are indeed honored of having a great intellect like you in this platform. And hearing something from you all is really like the cherry on the cake. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Moving on. Now it's time to felicitate our guest. Felicitating our guest is a way of showing our gratitude and thanking them for their kind presence. May I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to please felicitate our guest.
That's a theory. This is from our side. It will reach you by courier.
Okay.
Please accept.
It's honored to be here with Ganpati for me.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you
for this great honor.
Professor Sadrik, this is from our side, from the university. And I hope you'll accept this. And we'll always be remembering you. At my personal front, I'll remember all of you. You personally and all the 17 vice chancellors always of the Open University. Thank you very much for being a part of this celebration today. This will be reaching you by courier.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we have reached the concluding part of the event. I thank you all for your kind presence and cooperation. I would now invite Shri Nalini Ranjan Sarangi, sir, esteemed Controller of Finance, to present the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Rita Singh. Good morning, everyone present on the occasion. It is an immense pleasure and opportunity for me to celebrate the 9th Foundation Day with all of you present in the meeting, especially with my Honorable Vice Chancellor A.K. Das Mohapatra sir. On behalf of Odisha State Open University, I would like to thank our esteemed chief guest, Professor Sanjay Tiwari, Vice Chancellor MP Bhoj Open University, for taking out of his precious time and grace the occasion with his presence. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. B. Sadraj, Director SEMCA, for sharing his valuable thoughts and knowledge with us today, and his ideas how to excel the Odisha State Open University in future. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend my gratitude to Professor Ekedas Mahapatra sir, my Honorable Vice Chancellor, who presided over the meeting. Thank you, sir. I also extend my thanks to all the dignitaries of Higher Education Department, Government of Odisha, MOE, Government of India, for their relentless support to the Open University over the years. I would like to thank Registrar Dr. Chittaranjan Sahu, all members of Board of Management, Academic Council, Finance Committee, all principals, counselors, and coordinators of our learner support centers, and our stakeholder with all learners present on the occasion. I would like to extend my thanks to all the esteemed Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Controller of Finance of the University, Head of the Department from various institutions, Member of NAC, UGC, OSDMA, IGNO, AIU, also all the members of print and electronics media. I would like to thank all the staff members of our OSU headquarters, including all regional centers, for making the event a grand success. Thanks to Mrs. Rita Singh, smooth conduct of the program. Thank you all once again. Have a good day. Vande Utkala Janani. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this beautiful vote of thanks. With the permission of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, we will declare this meeting closed.
Yeah,
So finally, before the meeting is closed, I once again seek leave from Professor Theory and Professor Sadrak, all the members of Board of Management, Academic Council, and Planning Board, Finance Committee, and from all the stakeholders of Odisha State Open University, because I know just maybe soon after the next year team visit, the very last day of the visit or the next to next day of the visit, that I'll be replaced by the new Vice Chancellor. So I wish that there will be great time to everyone, great time for everyone who will be taking over from me and then carrying forward. And at the individual level, I shall always remain indebted to every one of you. And it was indeed a pleasure. I will love to somewhere sit in the back seat when Dr. Sadrak will be having another meeting and not in the capacity of Vice Chancellor. So it was a pleasure always working with you, taking all the, getting all the support. And we were always available in one call's distance, a single call that comes from, and that takes us, makes us united in one place and meet and interact and discuss and again plan out the policies, and how we ourselves think of moving forward as the Open University and the mandate that we have. So maybe some of these events I'll definitely be missing, but then this is music chair. It happens. and I decided not to continue in this university. That has right from beginning I had said, but anyway, this is what the reality is. So thank you, and my sincere regret and rather apology to every one of you where I have missed anything, where I have gone wrong. So please bear with me and go by the totality. Thank you once again and namaskar.
Namaskar.
Now the meeting is over.
Thank you. Thank you very much.